airplane window, I can see the San Francisco morning commute at its usual standstill, but from this high up, it's almost beautiful. The headlights outlining the knot of overpasses like one massive, twinkling macrame. As long as the plane stays in the air, we're still on vacation, I think to myself, clinging to the last tendrils of New Zealand before real life clomps back in. Next to me, my wife is sleeping, her head tipped back with her mouth slightly open, and she's making that little exhale puff snore thing she does. We've been in the air for 13 hours, and she's been out for approximately 12 of them. I've never seen her this restful. Jenn, the taker of middle seats. Jenn, the eater of any meal placed before her. Jenn, the giver of coats when I forget mine. After 5 years of marriage, she has yet to raise her voice to me. I can't claim the same restraint, yet somehow she forgives each and every one of my hissy fits, using verbal judo to talk me down before we ever make it to an actual argument. My agreeable wife, when asked what she wanted to do for her 50th birthday, said she didn't want to make a fuss over it. When pressed, she suggested a simple dinner, maybe the wood-fired roasted chicken at Zuni Cafe, where we had our first date. I suggested we fly to the other side of the world, shut off our phones, and disappear for a month. Okay, she'd said. We arrived in Auckland in early November 2018 with the sketchiest of itineraries, rented a 25-foot motorhome meant for 6, and drove from the top of the country to the southernmost tip, counting more sheep than people. I chauffeured so Jenn could lean out the passenger window to snap photos of said sheep with her film camera. Our whim dictated our route, and we relied on an app that connects travelers with Kiwis who allow camper vans to park on their farms. We marveled at how nice everybody was, making us meals and lending their bicycles, showing us how to bottle feed their lambs, and driving us to caves not found in tourist guides to see glowworms for free. With each day, our urban shield of stranger distrust thinned a bit more. New Zealand reminded us that there are still places where people don't have to compete for everything. For apartments, for parking spaces, for school admissions, for angel investors, for tables in restaurants. With enough room to breathe in New Zealand, people had the serenity to be authentically kind. Jenn awakes with a snort and her eyes flick open. Still in the fug of sleep, she quickly scans her surroundings, unsure of where she is. We're descending, I say, slipping my hand into hers and giving it a squeeze. She looks at the pulsating city below, and the worry lines reappear on her forehead. I can tell she's thinking about work. Most likely the stack of crime reports piling up on her desk at the police station. Lately, there's been a rash of girl packs rushing luxury boutiques in Union Square, fleeing with whatever designer clothes they can snatch in seconds. Jenn feels bad for the shop owners who can't defend themselves against the raids, but also for the girls, some as young as 11, who will exchange their futures for a Louis Vuitton purse. It's a crime she never could have imagined investigating when she joined the force 23 years ago. The city has hardened since she was a wide-eyed recruit. Quick, tell me your favorite part of the trip, I say to distract her. First thing that comes to mind. Eating meat pies in the RV at night, she says. An invisible sunbeam enters my heart. She didn't say snorkeling in a pod of wild dolphins in the open ocean or tasting manuka honey straight from a beekeeper's hive, not even kayaking through fjords dripping with waterfalls. No, eating dinner squeezed into the motorhome dinette with me. She chose our relationship ritual that's most precious to her. Every night we shake the day off, sit down to a hot meal, and talk. As a cop wife, I can't ever fully understand what traumas she absorbs at work as Lieutenant Jackson. But what I do know is that first responders need a soft place to land at the end of the day. I know this because during the first year of our marriage, Jenn asked me to read a book she brought home from a conference on policing and mental health. It was written for spouses, and for the first time I started to understand why my wife can't make simple decisions at home like what to eat for dinner or what to watch on Netflix. After a full day of split-second high-stress decision-making, her brain needs to recharge. I learned that firefighters, emergency room workers, and police who absorb constant stress on the job have a better chance of surviving their careers, emotionally and physically.